What up, Zed here, back with another review. And the movie that I'm going to be reviewing is called the Super Mario Galaxy movie, which came out on April 1st, 2026. Now, I went into this movie, blind, not knowing what's going on, what was the plot about the movie, but it's it's a Mario title, so it's pretty much the same old concept with the whole like rescuing the princess, spiel or nonsense. But not that I'm complaining about it, but it's one of those like if you played a Mario game, pretty much know the whole plot of a Mario game, whichever came out. And throughout the entirety of the movie, I did enjoy it wholeheartedly because it's pretty much like a nostalgic trip to seeing like these and some cameos were in there, and you also had like a bunch of like Mario power ups that gave you that good feeling inside, and it also had the noises that came from previous games. And once you hear the noises, you're like, oh crap! Like I remember that from playing the Mario games in general. Despite the mixed like feelings I hear from other people, that they hear like a lot of good things about it, but there was like one thing that kind of like rubbed some people off the wrong way, which I've heard from like other from my coworkers and friends, is that the whole, and sorry, I'm not even gonna spoil it right now too because they just made it canon now due to the fact that it's Nintendo, is that Princess Rosalina and Princess Peach are actually sisters, which, hey, to be honest, I kind of saw it there too back then, and it's kind of like makes sense where they do have the same features with the blonde hair, the blue eyes, but it was never confirmed that they were sisters in the previous games. So now with this movie, like pretty much made it like canon now. Now it's gonna make the thing like interesting now, like oh like now that you know that they're sisters, what's gonna happen next? And if you're one of those people that just wants to look at like a good story or like thinking of like watching a good story, like it's not like a really story driven in a way. It's pretty much just straightforward as if you're just what like if you're playing the game but you're just watching a movie of a Mario title. And again, not that I'm complaining. It's just simple, straightforward, and it was enjoyable to watch. Just to see the nostalgia, just to get that nostalgic feel of like hearing like the noises from the previous from other games, and the cameos from other Nintendo characters. Like you got Star Fox is in it. You got you know what's the other thing? Some of the characters that were from previous like other Mario games, like Sunshine. What's the other ones? They had it, and they also had. They did have like one of the villains from Mario Brothers 2, which I believe it was called, which wasn't called Mario Brothers. But I still say that the movie wholeheartedly is very entertaining to watch, simple, straightforward, and I'm gonna give it a solid 8 out of 10. Not, I think it's pretty fair. It's not really nostalgic. And if you do enjoy like a Mario game, or if you enjoyed the last movie that came out like in 2023, I definitely say recommend watching it. Take care. Have a good day, everyone.